Hi again, third grade. The second story for this week is called The Missing Lynx. Lynx. L-Y-N-X. Lynx. This here is a lynx. When thinking about the title, The Missing Lynx, what do you think this story is going to be about? Pause the video and jot down, what do you think? Make an inference. What do you think this story is going to be about? The Missing Lynx. All right, good job. First paragraph. Meet the most endangered wildcat in the world. Endangered seems important. It's called a lynx. 100 years ago, thousands of these lynx roamed Spain near Portugal, part of the region that makes up Liberia. By the 1990s, they were missing from the almost entire area. Fewer than 100 remained in the wild. There are less than 100 of these left in the entire world. Why is that? Let's see if we can find out. There are a number of reasons that the lynx have become so rare. One reason is some of the land that they need had been taken to be used for farms and buildings. Another is that the roads cut through the lynx habitat so that cats are sometimes hit by cars and also illegally kill them. So think about this. The lynx, they live lots of grass, lots of trees. And then humans come and we make roads, we make streets in between the trees. So now to go from tree to other trees, the lynx has to cross the street. Do cats know how to cross the streets and look both ways? No. So what happens to them? Right, they get killed. Paragraph 3. But one of the biggest reasons for lynx disappearance is their diet. These cats eat rabbits and really nothing else. Unfortunately, in the last 60 years, rabbits in lynx areas have almost been wiped out by disease and hunting. As the rabbits disappears, the lynx have too. Think about it for a second. Lynx eat rabbits. Rabbits are disappearing. What's happening to the lynx? Exactly. They don't have anything to eat. They're going to die. So this is really as much a story about missing rabbits as it is about missing lynx. To save the lynx, scientists have to save the rabbits. Paragraph 4. To help the lynx, scientists came up with a plan to bring back the rabbits. They created rabbitats. It's a word like habitats mixed with rabbitats. In the rabbitats are artificial burrows, fake burrows, artificial, tubes that go underground in the way that real rabbits do. The scientists put fences around the big areas containing the rabbitats. So there's big fences, there's lots of things for this rabbitat. The fences were high enough to keep out rabbit predators such as foxes, mongooses, and boars. But lynx could easily jump over them. That meant that they wouldn't have to compete with other predators for food. Finally, the scientists released more than 1,000 rabbits into the rabbitats. The rabbits have been given shots to protect them from diseases. With fewer predators and with ready-made burrows to live in, the rabbits will be able to start breeding right away. Putting back the rabbits was one part of the puzzle. Putting back the lynx was another. Because don't forget, lynx are not only dying just because the rabbits are disappearing, they're also dying because of the humans. We are not doing our part to protect the lynx. We are knocking down their habitats so we can build things like roads, buildings, and farms. Good job. Paragraph 8. When scientists first saw how endangered the lynx had become, they took some wild lynx and brought them to breeding centers. This is where animals could mate and have babies in safety. The goal was to have more lynx to release them back into the wild. Over the years, the lynx in the breeding center multiplied. Finally, it was time to release some of them. Paragraph 10. But before that could happen, scientists needed to work with landowners to stop them from killing the lynx that came onto their property. The landowners wanted to hunt the rabbits for themselves and didn't want the lynx to get them first. Let's think about that for a second. If I'm a hunter and I'm looking for rabbits, but I have a wild lynx running around in my yard, why would I be upset at the lynx? Think about it for a second. Exactly, because I want to use the rabbit's fur. Maybe I want to make some slippers, or maybe I want to eat the rabbit for dinner. But if the lynx comes along before me, then the lynx is going to destroy the rabbit, eat it. Then I'm not going to have what I want. Now scientists have been able to convince many landowners to allow lynx to live on their property. The scientists explained to the landowners that the lynx keep other rabbit predators out of the territory. So lynx are like protectors. Even though they eat rabbits, they protect the rabbits in a sense. This means that there can still be plenty of rabbits for the lynx and the hunters. Once many landowners had agreed, the lynx were released back into the wild. The lynx have adapted well to their new home and are having lots of babies. In addition to releasing captive bred lynx, scientists also moved some wild lynx to the new area where they hadn't been in a long time. After all of the efforts to rescue the lynx, there's some good news. In the last 10 years, the lynx population has tripled. Today, more than 300 lynx roam free. There's still a long way to go, but hope is that these special cats are on a road to recovery.